All right, hey everybody. Welcome to our. Normally it's on Friday nights, Empire of the Ghouls. We are recording tonight rather than streaming because Drake is out traveling. He's on a train somewhere, I think, right now. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into Empire of the Ghouls, and this will get uploaded to the usual streaming services wherever Drake wants to get it uploaded. Um, So let's go ahead and first off, let's have everybody roll a d20 for who gets to play with Quint. Looks like
That's me.
Blink. All right. So I've released Quint, so you should be able to go ahead and grab a hold of him.
Got it.
And unfortunately, it has been like a month and a half since we last played. It has been far too long, uh, for several reasons, including me being sick. So you guys were traveling the Shadow Road. You had a side adventure where you met up with one of these weird shadow queens, the Dusk Queen, um, and stole her mirror and nearly got dropped into the into a bottomless pit. Um, and then you guys finally defeated her and are headed back down the Shadow Road with the intent of getting to a portal to a town called Siwal. So that's where we kind of left off, and you're now on the 8th day of being here in the shadow. And speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and push a roll to everybody. We're going to start off with a saving throw.
Nice.
I don't think that came through for Quint.
It did not, because Quint did not have to make that particular save.
Well, there you go. That'd be why.
All right. Okay. So it looks like Tarian and wait, no, Blink and CSB failed, and Tarian and Sertegos succeeded in their saving throw. Okay, and so you guys have found a little campsite. You guys rested overnight, and when you wake up in the morning, um, you guys are kind of getting up and shaking the sleep out of your head and getting the fog out of your head. CSB, you start noticing an odd sensation coming inside your armor.
It's odd that I'm having any sensations. So yeah.
Yes, yes. You feel like things are binding a little bit, and it's getting harder to move, harder to control your motions. Um, as
Did he see a girl customer support bot?
Actually, what he does is he picks up his glaive. You wield the glaive, right? Yeah.
Among
So
other things.
he
Yeah.
picks up his glaive and completely out of his control swings it at Quint right next to him, stabbing right through his tent as Quint is still trying to sleep.
Okay.
And who is on watch?
This is in the morning. Everybody's awake. It's not in the middle of the night. You've finished your long rest.
Okay.
Can I talk while I'm doing this, or is
Yes,
my
you can
mouth?
talk. Your mouth is fully free to move, but it almost feels like your armor is forcing you to move.
I need you guys to undress me right away. This is not. I'm not doing this on purpose. I may want to do this, but I would never do this.
Oh, we're not falling
I-
for that one again.
I need to become naked.
And as your glaive stabs into Quint, it does 22 points of damage, and you can feel this flow of necrotic damage coming through from your armor, through your glaive, and into Quint.
I forgot because I'm not good at playing Quint yet. Can I use Uncanny Dodge?
Yes, you
response to
can.
that?
Yes, you can. So, let me...
I can just change the wounds.
Yeah, just change it to 11.
Yeah.
As he tries to roll out of the way. And yeah, CSB, you feel like your armor is moving you around at this point, and it's feeling very uncomfortable inside as this pervasive kind of light black mist starts filling up the inside of your armor. You can see it filling up into your helmet cavity as this black mist starts forming.
Can I go try to like grab his glaive out of his hand?
Sure, let's go ahead and we're just gonna do this in initiative order. So I'll roll that.
Thank goodness, I still don't have any initiative.
The re-rolled one. So looks like Quint, after getting stabbed, gets to go first.
All right, 1 second. I'm trying to read through his stuff and see if there's anything.
Remember, he can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, those boots of flying. His favorite little thing.
All right. Quint is he's gonna pull out one of his daggers and try to do the pinning point on CSB to hold him in place.
Okay.
Um,
Do you like your thing?
do I have to hit with this? Sorry, I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out pinning point. It just says when you make an attack, so
If
I don't
the
have to.
attack hits without the target must make a strength saving throw, and then they get pinned.
There it is. If the attack. Okay. All right.
You slam it onto his boot, and his full plate mail boots that he's wearing deflect your dagger into the ground.
Quint will bonus action disengage then and fly up over this this tree right behind him to get away.
Okay. Like on into the tree, in the limbs, or
Up.
how high up?
I was thinking up above it, if you can get that high. If not, he'll just kind of perch on a tree branch up there or something.
All right, we'll put him at 20 feet.
Yeah, put him. He's kind of in the shadows there, where he feels at home.
Yeah. All right. Blink.
All right. Now I have to figure out what Blink can do because I haven't played this character in like a month and a half.
Yeah, it's been way too long.
Okay, so he says that we need to undress him. As an artificer, can I like pull out my like tinker's tools or something and basically spend my action trying to like take off bits of his armor? Or just is that something that he would need to be like incapacitated for? Or something?
Yeah, he would have to be. You'd have to have a lot easier access to get at him, because the only way you would do it is to like cut straps or undo buckles and stuff like that. So there might be magical means or whatever, but not if he's actively defending himself like that.
Okay, so I think then Blink saw what Quint was trying to do, and he pulls out a dagger and tries to do the same thing.
Okay.
So let me throw a dagger at him. And I got the exact same result.
That darn
Awesome.
20-something AC.
And I will back up away from CSB because I've seen him murder people.
Look, maybe this is just muscle memory gone awry.
You just need to reboot and reflash the ROM.
Okay, Selvin is just going to put her hands up and walk towards the trees. She doesn't have time for this.
Okay.
I mean, she's not getting paid enough to deal with the constant curses this robot has to deal with.
Selvin, as you walk by the tree, you see what appears to be kind of a misty form slowly coalescing kind of roughly there near the base of the tree.
Okay, I'm gonna... Oh,
It's
man. Do I see
small.
that afterwards or beforehand? Before I end my turn?
Yeah, before you end your turn.
All right, I was just gonna shoot at it because, I mean, I assume
Okay.
it's the problem. The problem is always nearby, so...
It's incorporeal. It's misty. It looks like it's slowly becoming solidified, but it's not solid yet. And
Okay,
it's
I'm gonna point it out to people and
small.
say there's something happening right here. And I'll shoot not very well in the general direction.
Roughly the size of a small dog in form. Your arrow
Okay.
goes, let's see, what is...
Guys, I
your
think there's
arrow
some
looks
kind of
like it
evil
would have
pug.
hit it. It goes right through it. It looks like it would have been a direct hit on it, but the arrow just kind of flies through it and thumps into the ground. Sir Tegas.
All right. So I'm going to step out of the tent as I hear people yelling and screaming, talking about what's happening. I'm going to cast Compel Duel on him.
Okay.
But he succeeds. And so I'm going to have my blade out and I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
I don't even know if I have that as an action. I don't think I've ever done that before. But I do. Okay, there we go.
I'm very flattered of how scared everybody is of me. But what can I do? Can I like try to shuck my clothes, try to curl into a ball?
You can
Target myself?
You can attempt to remove. Unfortunately, removing full plate armor. What's the time on that?
I think it's like an hour, isn't it?
No, it's like a minute or 10 minutes.
It might be 10 for full plate.
That
How
was
much
to
effort
put
to
it
just drop
on.
all my weapons? I just want to try to shuck all my weapons off.
You
Put
can,
my hands up.
you can go ahead and give me a strength check, because your hands are holding tight, but you can kind of fight against the armor, to make it do what you want it to do rather than what it wants to do. So go ahead and give me a strength check. Oh yeah, you easily are able to whatever you want to do. You can take any action you want this round.
I just want to drop my weapons, put my hands up and back away, and say, I'm sorry. Please stop me. It's the armor. There's something in the armor.
All right. So you force move back there. And it is a struggle to force your body to move. It feels like the armor wants to attack.
All right. Do I notice this shadowy figure that's under the tree?
You do not. Not from where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna go running at him and try to tackle him. And
Okay.
as I run, I'm gonna yell and go into my rage.
Okay.
I just want to like knock him down and hold him down.
You just want a chance to beat on CSB.
Yeah, this is the first long rest we've had where I could rebuild trust after getting mirror cursed, and it's going poorly.
So would that be like a strength?
Yes. And I'm assuming CSB is not resisting.
No, I'm trying to help as much as I can. I'm trying to
All right.
go
So
go limp or whatever. I don't
you
know.
auto succeed
Oh,
because CSB is actively assisting with this, and CSB already overpowered the armor for this turn. All right.
Nice.
Now, Tarian, you are up close to CSB. You're grabbing him. You're muscling him down to the ground, and you see in the helmet that's on CSB's head, where normally you see his face, this black mist has formed, and there are two red eyes that you see staring out at you from this helmet. And it looks very similar to that undead knight you fought when you were fighting the Dust Queen that wore this armor. This is the armor that CSB took from that dead knight. And
Nice.
you can see that there is something in there as the dead knight. What is the dead knight going to do? CSB in your head, echoing in the helmet, and Tyrion, you can kind of hear this too. You hear this voice in your head telling you to remove me and return the queen's property.
Finders keepers, finders keepers.
As he wants to make a contested strength check with you. So where it is? Here we go. So go ahead and give me a athletics check, CSB. All right, so you rolled a 9 and he rolled an 11. So just barely overpowering you. And he tries to punch Tarion because he doesn't have any weapons in his hand. So I'm going to have him reach out and punch Tarion with his fist. And Tyrion's holding him down just a little bit too hard. He can't get his arm free enough to swing very well. And he misses. And then he's going to stay right where he is.
All right, so I'm going to try a couple things. I have clicked the wrong button. Never used fantasy grounds before. 1 second, here it is. Eyes of the Eagle, and so I'm going to be looking around. One, I want to see if, well, a little metagamey. I'm trying to see, do I notice either of the two things that have happened that nobody has said anything about? Do I see his eyes change, or do I see the other person in the bush as I'm looking to see who's causing this, or if anybody's casting a spell, or that type of thing?
Oh, I tried to have Sylvan point the dog out, saying "curse dog" and shooting at it, but
Yeah. So you would have noticed that the thing is forming. It's much more solid now than it was last round. So you would know
Okay.
that there is something kind of there.
Okay.
You would not have seen CSB's eyes with them wrestling on the ground and muscling each other around.
All right. And do I recognize with my studies of the Book of the Undead, um, a Book of Undead Facts that I carry and have been studying? Do I know what this is that's forming?
No, it kind of looks like a small dog or large cat, like a bobcat or something, but it's ephemeral right now. It's not not solid yet.
All right. So then I'm going to. And take a chance. It is within 30 feet of me, so I'm going to turn the unholy. I'm going to turn toward it. Name of Sif, be gone. Leave my body alone, never to return.
Okay.
Would it count toward this? For this?
Towards CSB or towards the
No,
shadowy
toward the
thing?
little shadowy thing that's starting to appear. It has to be a fiend or undead that I can see.
It is neither a fiend nor an undead.
All right, well, that was worth a shot. And that is it for me then. I'm not gonna move. That's my full action. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay here and just watch and see what's going on. So I'm gonna watch this thing. Still trying to keep an eye out if anything else is showing up.
Okay.
Uh, does Quint have any idea what this thing is? You know, from his background.
No, I mean he recognizes the armor, and I mean it obviously looks very similar to the knight that you guys fought
Mhm.
just the day before. The thing below the tree he can't really see very well, and even if he did, he didn't have any clue what it is.
Okay. Well, Quint, he is just going to take the dodge action up here, and then also as a bonus action, try to hide up in the shadows in the tree.
Okay.
And Blink. What is Blink going to do? Taking a look at customer support bot. Let me try to get a little bit closer. Is this? Do I have any ideas about what this might be, other than I mean, the obvious, of course, is the armor. But like, do I have any ideas on how we might be able to cure it?
Um, when you say cure it, what do you mean?
Yeah, either get the armor off of him, or hopefully um, perform an exorcism or whatever on the armor to bring it back to just normal usable armor.
I mean, you don't have any knowledge of a way to exercise it other
Mm-hmm.
than to maybe completely destroy it,
Mm-hmm.
disintegration, or tossing it in a volcano.
All right. Uh, I think Blink will just say, CSB, what can we do to help? And for now, he's just going to take the dodge action, because he isn't sure what else to do.
Okay. Now that the thing's a little bit more corporeal and Sylvan actually saw it, can she's actually gonna walk a little. Where is it exactly?
It is right there. And let me. Do I have a picture of it? So it's starting to form a little bit more clearly now, and you can see it looks like a kind of like a panther.
Okay, she's a guide. Does she recognize this thing? Should I roll
She
art?
does not.
Hmm.
She does not.
But large prey animals are generally not friendly.
Yeah,
So,
and its eyes are glowing just like the picture.
okay. Well, it makes
But
it a slightly easier target. I
it's
guess she'll
still
shoot at
not
it.
solid yet. It'll become solid on its turn.
Okay. Um, man, I really wish I had a grenade I could toss over there. As soon as it forms, it explodes. Nope. All right, I'm just going to ready an action then to shoot at it as soon as it looks like the arrow will stick inside of it and not pass right through it.
Okay.
Okay, can I like try to assist him in taking off the armor?
Yeah, I'll give you if you are assisting, then you can remove the armor in half the time. I want to get the actual. Here we go. So to remove heavy armor takes 5 minutes. So with assistance, we'll round it down to 2 minutes, unless there's additional magical assistance of some kind.
I'll magically assist by kicking him in the head. That's Tyrion's kind of magic.
All right. So give me another strength check, CSB, as it is going to attempt to force the body to move. All right, so it rolled a 21, and you rolled a 17, so it gains control of the body. Now I'm going to make a similar strength check against Tyrion to break free of the grapple. And Tyrion rolled a 25 to
Yeah,
my
that's right.
10. So he's not going anywhere. But
Nice.
CSB, one thing you do start to feel from within this armor is this sense of fear is beginning to emanate from this armor as everybody within, what is it, 20 feet. So that would be Tyrion and CSB, I think, are it. You make a saving throw as this armor starts exuding an aura of fear.
Stop it.
And as you are both frightened now as this armor begins exuding this aura of fear. Alrighty, now this thing has finally turned solid and
Ooh,
turns and sees
blue.
Selvin. So your shot will go off now. You strike it solidly,
Kind of.
lightly wounding it as it rushes forward towards you and pounces at you. First, it has to hit on a attack. And it misses, and it does not have multi-attack, so it rushes up to you and tries to swipe a claw at you, but you duck out of the way. CSB,
Uh,
you're scared of your armor now.
And I'm being grappled. What can I do? Now, I have can I target myself with a circlet of blasting?
You can,
Uh,
sure.
like there's no way to just target my armor though at that point. I'm just like basically
Yeah.
exploding
It's
my
like
own
looking
head.
down at yourself and setting it off.
All right. Man, I
You do get the sense that it's not resisting your attempts to take the armor off. It just takes time.
all right, I'm gonna try to talk to the armor then. I'm gonna be like, I will take you off. Please just let us do that. You're making it very hard to comply.
All right. Okay, it's this thing's turn again. So it again tries to jump on Selvin.
Uh,
And
I have stench. Is it affected by stench?
it is. What does the stench say?
Any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of Sylvan must make a successful DC 13 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned until the start of its next turn. If it's successful or the effect ends, it's immune.
Okay, well, it rolls a 6 and fails its Constitution saving throw as this thing actually has keen smell. So it's twice as bad as normal.
I knew never baiting would pay off.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and apply that. And it is not immune to poison either, so.
Did that apply correctly?
Yep,
Yeah.
poisoned. So it's going to attempt to bite you as it gets this nasty taste in its mouth. Because he's poisoned, he has disadvantage, and it's unable to bite you. All right, Quint.
All right. Quint hears the commotion down below him and pulls out his longbow and it's going to shoot straight down through the trees at this thing.
Okay. It is not going to survive. Nope.
Wow.
Wow.
As yeah, your arrow goes down and goes right through the center of his back, piercing right through its spine, and it just goes and then drops.
The pure kinetic energy of that pink mists it all over Sylvan.
And Quint looks around and in that deep gravelly voice that Drake uses is like, "Is there more?"
All right, CSB.
Okay. Gonna try to kick my shoes off. Can I do that at least? I know I'm
Sure.
being grappled. All right.
It's not going to resist any attempt you make to remove it.
All right. Anything that I can remove, I'm going to spend my turn wiggling out of, like kicking the shoes off. Not trying to get out of Tyrion's grasp at all, but just very creepily trying to get naked while he hugs me.
Okay. You proceed to.
Well, Tyrion is helping.
Darian is helping him get naked.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just start taking my armor off. My full action
Okay.
and my action surge to get naked as possible.
All right. Um. All right. Seeing that you are actively trying to remove it and everybody's actively assisting you, um, you notice that the buckles begin undoing themselves from your armor. Like they are moving on their own as they start undoing themselves, and much faster than you had expected, the pieces of the armor begin separating away, but they don't fall to the ground. They just kind of hover there, just a little separated from you. So it's going to be another round or two before you're fully out, but it is sped up considerably.
So I guess I'm just gonna keep helping.
Okay.
So, and I haven't been attacking, so my rage should expire.
Okay. Is that all?
Yep.
What's up, Connor?
All right. Blink moves forward, and he can't get quite close enough to help with the CSB's situation yet. So instead, he's going to try to make it worse. He is going to pull out his Wand of Smiles and cast it on CSB so that CSB has a creepy smile on his robotic face as they try to take his clothes off.
As they strip him. Nice.
So you have to make a. I don't have this coded, so it's a DC 10 Charisma saving throw for
Oh, no,
CSB.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Oh, you just let it happen. Love it.
And Blink, as you get close, this wave of fear washes over you, but you just shake it off and ignore it.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to move up 30 feet. Well, it says it's 35, but it's actually, that's only 30 actually. And I'm going to cast Benediction on Tyrion just in case he takes some damage while he's doing all this. So if he does take damage, then he can roll 1d4 and take that much less damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thanks.
Very good. And you also feel this wave of fear as you get close to the armor, but manage to shake it off.
Okay, does Sylvan see any more of these panthers? Like, is there a velociraptor thing going on? Okay. She's going to reapproach the campsite area just to kind of keep an eye on the robot.
Right, Quint.
Quint will. He's just going to look around, maybe even like fly up a little bit higher above the trees, trying to scout, see if he can see any more of these cat creatures.
Okay.
Do you want a perception check or anything? No.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
And you do not see any additional creatures. CSB, you still taking off your armor?
Yep, layer 15. I'm remarkably skinny under all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still helping.
Okay. With all this help, I assume. So with all this help, you guys are able to strip this armor off, and so CSB is now naked, at least as naked as CSB ever gets. And forming right near Tarian, put him right there. You see the armor stand up, and come on, there we go. And it reaches out its hand and demands that you turn over the mirror of his queen. So
All right, I'm gonna reach into my pocket, and pull out a big old middle finger.
How do y'all wanna respond?
Yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah, I'm going to attack it as well. It's undead. So.
Okay. So we'll continue with initiative. Tarian, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna be mad that this didn't work out, so I'm gonna rage again.
Remember, it is. Why are you not frightened? Oh, it expired.
I am. Oh. It's
Why
still
did
on
it
my
expire?
thing.
It's not supposed to. Okay, you succeeded, so you are not frightened.
So what were you gonna say about him?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh. And I'm gonna try to hit him with my longsword.
Okay.
And I'll do it one more time.
All right, you stab and poke at this big lump of armor.
All right, Sylvan's going to do her regular, shoot 3 times, hit once. What'd I tell you?
All right. Blink is going to he's just going to drop the wand of smiles and pull out, his actual real magical wand. And let's shoot some scorching rays at this guy.
Okay.
So 1. All right, and I will add arcane firearm to that damage. 2, 3. Well, all right. I hit him once. That's something. I'll just stay there.
Okay. All right. So this thing is going to incur attacks of opportunity from all of you. As it raises his hand and you see that glaive fly towards him, and he grabs hold of the glaive and he walks past all of you, kind of ignoring what you're doing and heading straight to where CSB was and rifling through his goods looking for those mirror shards. So all of you go ahead and do your attacks of opportunity.
Can I do an unarmed strike against him? Because all I have is my wand.
Attack of opportunities have to be made with a weapon.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I dropped all my weapons.
Yep. All right, so it ransacks through the goods and uses his action to go ahead and grab it out of your backpack where you had it stored. And he stands up with his combined pile of mirror shards that you guys had collected.
All right, so Blink and I and Quint have practiced this before. I'm going to say, prepare. And then as Blink closes his eyes, my robes are going to burst forth with a blinding light.
He shields his eyes. taking a little bit of radiant damage. 11 radiant damage.
And then I'm going to move. I think we're going to try. No, it does. It's not actually a. Creatures drawn to you, compelled by your command. I am going to try compelled duel on it then. Here's that one again.
Okay.
So try to move away from beyond 30 feet or attack anybody else. It has issues. Let's see if it saves. Ooh, it failed. I'm surprised.
Is that a
Yay.
spell?
Yes, it's a bonus action spell.
And that was a saving throw. He should have had advantage on that. Roll it again. I don't know why that's not working.
Boo.
He succeeded on that.
All right. Then he is not. I don't see the effect on him. Oh, there is no effect on him. Okay, so that is my first level spell. Alright, so I'm there trying to pin him down if he moves away.
Okay. See,
Okay.
you're
I'm
nailing
glad I didn't use this earlier, but I'm going to use my Circlet of Blasting.
it. You hit yourself.
Oh, I'm targeting myself?
Yep. Twice now.
Try again.
That's a hit. This thing's got better armor than you right now.
Oh, you mean no armor? Because I'm naked?
Oh, and you critically.
Yeah, I play better naked.
I know the feeling.
All right. I'm gonna come up to him. And hit him a couple times with my longsword.
Okay.
Boo. Boo again? I guess I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna run up to him like I'm gonna.
Quint.
All right. Quint will take a shot at this guy. Dang. And then he'll drop back down into the tree and bonus action hide in the shadows
Okay.
of the tree.
Arrows and blades just keep bouncing off it.
Every time.
All right. This thing is going to move. Which way is it going to move? It's going to move this way. And take or cause actions of opportunity attacks from Tagos and Tarion. Which miss. and re-rolling that one.
Wow.
Managed to hit it.
Nice.
Go ahead, Tyrion. As yeah, it's got this mirror shard and it is running.
Um, is this something where if he reaches the edge of the map, he's like is gonna get away from us, sort of thing? Like, can I tell like there's woods out there that he can hide in or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's pretty deep woods beyond here.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I
I'll
don't
allow a
want
little bit beyond the edge of the map, but
I don't want him to get away. So I'm going to cast Vortex Warp on him and try to teleport him.
okay.
Nice. Cool, cool.
Nah,
As he shakes off your spell.
that was worth a try. And I'll try to chase after him a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to cast touch my holy symbol and ask Sif for some speed, which allows me to move 35. And then as my move action, I'm going to move up in front of him to try to sort of block him in. And as my standard action, I'm going to attack twice. Let me make sure I mark off my first level spell. And it does have an effect. Nice.
All right. Gonna drop this thing. You swing at it, and the mist kind of dissipates, and the pieces of armor fall down. You can see the combined mirror shards are just kind of lying there in the chest cavity where it was holding it. As this suit of armor just lying there on the ground, a nice, beautiful, magical suit of full plate armor.
So I'm going to kick the mirror shards away. I don't care if they're together or not. I'm just going to kick them off the armor so they're not touching.
Okay. So I've unlocked tokens. We're not really in initiative anymore, as there's nothing around to attack you guys.
Okay, I want to regather those hard-won mirror shards. And then I'm going to be super grateful. I still have my blood ghoul armor, and I'm going to put that on. I'm going to leave the plate armor where it lies. So I'm not going to touch it.
Okay.
I think we should divvy up the mirror shards this time.
Well, last time when we combined them, it turned into a thing that can cast Sacred Flame a bunch.
Oh, that's right. I
It
forgot
has
about that.
So-
powers when
so-
combined.
Yeah,
So
so
you-
it should be uncursed now.
Hopefully.
Supposedly.
Okay, never mind. But what do you guys want to do with this armor? Should we take it with us?
I say we bury the different pieces, and as we travel, bury one now, and in a couple hours, bury another piece.
Yeah, I'd be worried he'd come back.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that.
And you strap one to the cannon and send it off in a random direction and then unsummon it, like later tonight.
All right. So you guys want to bury them? Is that the plan?
I'm gonna start with the helmet and bury it here,
Okay.
and then after we travel for a couple hours, we'll bury the breastplate, and then a couple hours later, the pauldrons, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm also going to take a drop of holy water and just drop it on it and see if it reacts in any odd way.
All right. Let me look at his notes. Dripping the holy water onto the armor does not seem to do anything to it.
I'd like to sit for a minute with the armor and cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. You go ahead and cast Identify. How much info does Identify give you?
Oh, sorry, clicked it twice.
Okay. So the information you get back from Identify is that the armor itself is sort of like a Lich's phylactery in that there is a life force imbued into the armor, and that you get the sense that it will rejuvenate unless it is completely destroyed. Not sure how long that takes, but it does seem like the armor itself, just breaking it or separating out its pieces won't destroy it. The entity that's within will reform itself wholly after some amount of time. It'll take some more significant magic to actually destroy it permanently.
We don't know how often he's going to reform, do we?
Nope.
All right. Well, I guess let's take it with us, guys, and we'll just have to kill him every couple days or whatever. I mean, it sounds, like a terrible fate, honestly.
Don't we have an extra haversack? Can we just throw him in there?
I don't know. My haversack is full. Does somebody have a bag of holding we can stick it in?
Yeah, why don't we just make a little grenade that if he reforms, it'll put the one bag in the other one and just zop him.
Oh, Quint has a bag of holding.
Okay. Want to stuff it in the bag of holding?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Go ahead and put it in the bag of holding.
And none of us tell Drake we did this.
It'll be fun. What could go wrong? Are you gonna? Do you have an item, or should I just make an item?
CSB should have the item.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I had removed it, but I hadn't dropped it. I'll put it in the party sheet.
Okay.
I mean, I had unequipped it so that if it hit me, I would die like I'm supposed to. So one sec. There we go.
All right. Okay. So you guys, let me. Yep, you're good there. You guys go ahead and stuff that armor down into the bag of holding, and Selvin kind of looks up at you, a little annoyed that all this craziness is happening. She says, "Today's going to be probably one of the most dangerous traveling days that we'll have along this journey, unless something crazy happens the rest of the day. We'll soon reach the River Lethe. Unlike the small streams that we've seen along the way and crossed over, this river is considerably more dangerous. It flows directly from the plains of hell through the Shadowfell. The road that we are on takes us to the only useful places that we can cross for many, 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 many miles. The river there narrows down, and there's a ford where you can cross. It's about 10 feet wide and roughly 75 feet across. I have to warn you, though, the water is magical and highly dangerous. Exposing yourself to the water may not be avoidable, but if you do have to go through it, try to minimize the amount of time. Its magic can corrupt you. And she looks over at Blink and Tarion and says, "The Shadowfell has already begun corrupting you. I don't know if you can feel it yet or not, but next time you get a chance, take a look at what's forming on your neck."
Rude.
And when you guys look, and you can see kind of extending from your chest, there's these very thin black lines creeping up kind of towards your head that you didn't notice when you went to sleep last night. There's some, it's interrupting some of your tattoos, Tarion, which must really annoy you.
Ooh, that better not be permanent. Heads are gonna roll.
As this creeping kind of black lines are forming and going up your neck like they're heading towards your head. She also says that if at all possible, avoid swimming in the water or going off the ford. The water there is swift, and if you get out of that relatively shallow area, it will quickly sweep you downriver. And the last and most urgent warning: if you die in the water, it is permanent. Holy magics to restore life will not work on souls who die in the Lethe. I expect we'll get there sometime in the afternoon based on the road signs that we've seen along the way.
So as we're packing up and getting ready to leave, I'm going to take a short rest.
Sure. I'll get a short rest.
I want to ask Sylvan about the whatever it is that's affecting me and Tarion, and ask her if she knows, like, what do we do about it? Like, is there a cure?
Is it a disease?
Does it just...
What you are experiencing is extended exposure to the Shadowfell. As you spend a considerable amount of time in here, we've been here over a week now, and the corruption that infuses all of the Shadowfell slowly creeps in. And these threads, these tendrils of shadow infect you and begin to corrupt you. You and Tarion, give me 1 second. Let me throw it from a Tarion, and I'm adding an effect to you and Blink. You and Tarion are at the earliest stages of this corruption, staying for any significant length of time, and you are likely to accumulate the corruption. From a mechanical perspective, game perspective, level 1 of Shadow Corruption is you have disadvantage on Wisdom and Charisma checks against non-Shadow creatures. So if you have to make checks against non-Shadow creatures, you have a disadvantage. As it progresses, it does impact you more. The River Lethe extended exposure can increase your shadow corruption. Level 2, it actually increases your dark vision by 30 feet if you already have it, or gives you dark vision if you don't have it. Level 3, you gain disadvantage on perception checks and attack rolls in bright light, which is exactly what Blink already has.
Right? This sounds kind
Sunlight
of good.
sensitivity. Number 4, you have level 4. You have disadvantage on saving throws made while in bright light. Level 5, you begin to take 2d6 radiant damage when you start your turn in sunlight. And finally, level 6, you become a shadow thrall. Now the cure. The cure for this is simple. Get out of the Shadowfell. For every week you spend out of the Shadowfell, your corruption will slowly fade 1 level. And so, given enough time, you will be able to recuperate from the effects that this has. None of them are permanent. Even becoming a Shadow Thrall isn't a permanent effect on you. But it can affect everything. Quint, obviously, his heritage, his background, his life is infused with the Shadowfell, which is why he didn't have to make a saving throw. But the rest of you are being corrupted by this shadow essence of this realm.
If we're traveling so far, would it not behoove us to go back to the land and travel for a couple of days to cleanse us of this shadow and then go back into the Shadow Road?
I estimate we have less than a week left. And there are no gates nearby to exit out. I can form a gate for myself, but I can't form a gate that you can pass through. Getting to Seawall as quickly as possible would be the most effective way. And you can take some extra time to recuperate while you are in Seawall. As it is, I'm surprised only the 2 of you have succumbed to the corruption so far, as normally it affects people much more strongly.
CSB whistles because he's been corrupted several times now, but just not this way.
All right, let's.
How does Blink feel about his basic level of existence being described as a terminal disease?
He's fine with it.
Your skin will become scaly.
You'll develop a compulsion to eat rats.
I mean, he's used to, being the lowest caste in society, so kind of used to it, I guess.
Forgot to link this one. Okay, there we go. All right, so you guys go ahead and continue on the path. She leads you around and warns you as you are getting close, and you see that the forest that you're passing through kind of lightens up. The pathway kind of goes through it, and it opens up into a clearing, and you can see the river up ahead. I'm putting you on a map and sharing you. You're actually kind of at that very edge of the map, not in the middle. But that's where you are right now.
Oh yeah,
We're
this whole
going
time I've been flying like
east.
3 inches off the ground.
Yeah,
Just-
you guys are heading this way across the river. And Yeah, so the forest surrounding the Shadow Road disappears as an inky black river sluggishly flows across the path. The road leads directly to this strange body of water and shows signs of a ford at the river's edge. Across the river lies a seemingly endless expanse of stunted grassland. So you really don't see much trees once you've passed the river.
So I've got my winged boots now. Blink, do you want to hop on my shoulders and I'll fly us over?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So Blink and Tarian are going to fly over.
How deep is the water?
The water that is directly across the path, she told you was about it's like waist high.
Okay.
So it'll be difficult terrain to cross through, but not impossible. Beyond the little ford area, the little 10-foot wide gap, it's considerably deeper and faster moving.
Hey, if I fly across with a rope, could we tie a rope to trees on both ends just to help have something to people to hold on to?
Where would you want to tie a rope, and how much rope do you have? Because it's 75 feet across and probably a good almost 100 feet to a tree on the other side. So you're looking at a couple 100 feet of rope at least.
Oh, maybe that's not a good idea then. I mean, we all have rope. We could tie our ropes together.
Can the cannon be formed into a little boat, little canoe, or kayak, raft,
It's this
something?
big, a little cannon boat.
I don't
Just
think it'll
can't.
hold us. Can you make a boat out of ice?
One at a time.
That's a really good idea. Just don't lose concentration on it.
All right, so I'm going to check before I cross. I'm gonna look around, just make sure there's nothing in the woods. Are there woods on the other side?
There are not. It's grassland. There's a couple of trees near the river that you can see here on the map, but the vast majority of what you see across is just complete empty. Looking back, however, you do something catches your eye, a little bit of movement in the trees behind you, and you see something starting to come out of the trees. It's
There's something comes.
right behind all of you. Do that. And of course, since I'm the DM, I've got to do move that. You see a number of what look like little children coming out of the woods.
That doesn't look like a child to me.
Nice. They're clones, Orphan Black. Okay.
Yeah. As they come out of the woods and begin walking towards you guys, kind of malevolently. So let's go ahead and do that.
Malevolent saunter.
Yes.
Oh, and Selvin.
All right, as you see these orphans of the black begin crawling out of the woods. And how high were you, Tarian? You said you were gonna fly?
Oh, I mean, I don't know that we had actually taken off yet. I think,
Okay.
we were discussing it.
We move the cannon just out of the way because it's not really there yet. Okay. So we'll start off with Blink.
All right. Just in case nobody, or make sure everybody has seen these. Blink is like, guys, we gotta go. And he's just gonna take out his wand and take a shot at one of these children, just to satiate John's bloodlust for children.
Every campaign.
No, she said that right as your son came up and started talking to your wife. I'll take a shot at one of these children.
All right, and then Blink kind of starts running towards the river.
Remember, I'm gonna fly you.
You'll just have to grab me. That's kind of what I figured
Sure.
would happen.
Alrighty. Quint.
We can't hear you
Can't
if
hear
you're
you.
talking.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Quint will fly back, like up at an angle, and go up 30 feet.
Okay.
So that getting ready to fly across the river. And he's gonna take a shot at this girl that's already been actually let's do this one. And Quint is going to do the trick shot, so he'll have disadvantage, but he will crit if he hits.
Okay.
No.
Arrow goes skittering off through the woods. Selvin.
All right. See if she can hit more than once out of 3.
That's a hit.
Sorry, I got excited. Yep, it was still just 1 out of 3. Sorry about that accidental damage roll. Clicked wrong.
Okay, which one did you...
She's 6. They heal 6. That was a mistake.
Okay.
Water resistant tunic.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
not a problem. There it is, okay. All right, so Withered Rich Hide comes running, skipping through the woods out into the open, comes right up near Tarion. Right up near Tarion. And smiles at you in this creepy looking smile and whispers at you, "Go kill your friend." As this wave of magical compulsion washes across you, but you shake it off as this thing tries to incite you to attack one of your friends.
It didn't work because Tyrion doesn't really like any of us very much.
I was just about to say that.
However, making it means you take a little psychic damage as this violence is kind of boiling at the edge of your consciousness, is just want to do violence, but you're keeping it controlled for now. And this one, where is it? It's there. Okay. Oh, I've not been running that right. Okay. And this one runs up to there and does the same thing to Selvin. And says, shoot your buddy. But you also succeed on the saving throw.
Yeah, I have no friends.
You still take some psychic damage from it. Tyrion, this thing's all up in your face.
Yeah, he's creeped out. Or it's like, yeah, I'm getting out of here, and is gonna go grab Blink, and then so I'm gonna run. So I'll take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So it reaches out to slam you with a fist, missing, so you want to get over there.
And then I'm gonna grab Blink, throw him on my back, and start heading up into the air.
Okay. How high? How much movement do you
let's go
have?
like. So my movement, if I'm running, that works the same with my boots, right? I can fly.
Right. It's your movement.
Yeah, so I can move 70 altogether. So
Okay. So
like I guess after I grab Blink, I'll go up at kind of an angle.
Okay.
So
which way are you moving?
let's. I'm just gonna go over this way.
Okay. Put you out there. We'll put Blink out with you. Dangling by his backpack.
Right over the poison water.
I mean, I'll threaten him if he, gets too wiggly. I'll just drop him.
Look, I made this pack myself, so there's a good chance it'll fail.
This thing goes up to CSB and says, stab her in the back.
Can I use my inspiration?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can roll it again if you want to try that again.
Yes, please. I mean, I've already disappointed my team well enough this session, so.
Try that one more time.
Well, I did my best.
Both times. So yeah, on a failed save, you must use your action on your next turn to attack the nearest creature other than the orphans.
All right. Looks like I'm not going to be controlling Selvin for much longer.
All right. Okay. Now it is time for this. As Tyrion and Blink, you see something come up out of the water and fly straight up towards you. Oh, reveal. And so it is right beneath you, grabbing at Blink, who is dangling from Tyrion's arms, as this specter flies out and tries to grab onto Tyrion from below. And Blink manages to get his legs up out of the way as this thing comes swiping.
All right, so with a quick prayer, I'm going to use my channel divinity. Oh, I didn't have myself targeted. And give myself a burst of speed. With my bonus action, I'm going to cast So then I'm going to run 10 feet, jump my entire strength score, which is 8, over the water, land into the water, and then move at difficult terrain. So that's 20 feet. So I have 25 left. So that's 10, that's 12 and a half feet I can move.
Okay, 1 second. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Right.
DC 16.
Is it a disease based?
It is not. It is the river.
Ooh,
You
okay.
ended your turn in the river. So you succeeded. So yeah, very good.
Right, so I have a little bit of movement left to keep in mind. Blink and Tyrion are not in my aura. I don't know how to adjust that, but if they
Right,
have to make a
right.
roll, they're not actually in it. They're high.
They don't have the effect from it
Oh, nice.
because
It reads the height.
yeah,
Nice. I'm
they
impressed.
they play well together.
Very cool.
Right. So this one is going to come up to there. Selvin is still too far away. Christopher just got home from his Halloween dance. So it's going to run up to Selvin, but it had to use a movement to do that, so it is not going to do anything else. And
Hopefully the squirrel was there.
can you see him? Here, come say hi.
Nice.
Oh, I like your costume.
Hey, like your costume. You're looking handsome. Good night.
Is his belt and lay underneath?
Yeah, he's got the whole thing. He's got the belt. He's got the the champion belt. No, that he didn't wear that. That
Okay. Nice.
he's gonna go put it on right now though. Every day. So this thing, the orphan, is gonna come back up and can't get close enough to, but it's gonna get close to customer support bot and start trying to grab onto him. Can't do anything yet, but whispering to attack your friends, kill your friends.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to turn to Selvin and say, you know, for a guide, you have warned us about almost none of the dangers we've encountered. And then I'm going to attack her with my glaive. I'm just trying to put her in a box too.
Sure, that's fine.
Yes. How do I keep clicking the wrong button? What the heck?
Damaging her twice without rolling.
No, I'm trying to click on the other thing. I think, one sec, let me close, minimize, and
Yeah.
sometimes the I don't know, where it thinks your mouse is doesn't quite work out. There we go, I think. Yeah, all right.
So you can remove the 16.
Oh god, because I get 2 attacks, I assume I use both, or did I not have to? Was this just for me?
It says you must use your action to attack the nearest creature. It doesn't say you have to use your extra attack.
Okay.
So You have to
Yeah,
use
He,
your
he
action.
just wanted to.
Yeah, that was just for me, but I'm not going to apply the damage because I already damaged her minimal twice. So
That is a very favorable ruling from the GM there. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
We don't have chat this time, so
backhand him.
it also doesn't say you have to attack with your glaive. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm supposed to be charmed into doing it. I don't think I'm making like higher level decisions of I want to kill you, but only this much.
It is attempting to incite violence. That's actually the name of its power.
I want a light riot, not a big riot. Let's not
Oh.
get out of control here.
Oh, so a
Wet Willy.
quiet riot?
That's right.
Disconnecting.
So this one
Little
whispers
Wet
to
Willy.
Selvin to attack your friend, and she fails. So she gets the same thing. She gets to attack CSB next turn.
Nice.
I assume the party's just going to leave us behind at this point.
Well, it doesn't say that you can't attack and then continue to run away from them.
That is true.
I'll have to remember that. CSB is not very bright. It's not my fault.
And this guy pops up out of the river as well and flows through the river. You notice it doesn't create any ripples or waves as it passes through the water, but it's coming straight at you, Sir Tegas.
Okay.
As it tries to drain some life from you, but it does not succeed. And it doesn't have multi-attack, so that's all it'll do. Alright, this guy runs up.
Hey, John, are we going to take a
Yes,
break?
we're going to take, very good. So let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Let me go ahead and get the time. All right, are we all back?
Robin's not quite back. She'll be back in just a second.
All righty. This thing is going to go ahead and attack Selvin as it reaches up to slam into her with its fists, these dirty, long fingernailed fists as it tries to slam in. Hitting once. Missing the second time. These little tiny child fists. This thing looks up. She may be 6 years old, maybe 7. Little tiny girl. And kind of pounding on Selvin's knees.
I assume that little doll she has is full of rocks.
Yeah.
Does that break the charm?
It does not. It does not. And this one is going to do the same thing to CSB as it tries to beat CSB with its dolly. On CSB once and twice, hitting CSB, getting nowhere with that. All right, Tyrion, you are up in the air, and there's a couple of specters around.
So one's in the water and one's right up below us, right?
Those are the two that you see, yes.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm just going to take off running through the air
Okay.
and get here.
Okay. This thing is going to attack you, making an attack of opportunity against you.
Does it attack both of us, or is it only? Well, it only gets one.
No, only gets one, and it misses you, so I'm gonna fly across.
I picture Blink kind of doing this.
Okay. Orphan time. The orphan is going to swarm you and slam you. Selvin. I'm trying to beat her with those little baby arms. Hitting once. And twice. Whittling away at Selvin. Alright. Another specter comes up out of the water and sees Sertegas making such a delicious target right there. Gonna try and drain some life out of Sertegas, but can't hit nothing.
All right, so I'm going to pause in my running for just a moment as I touch the ropes and burst of light comes blasting out 30 feet around me. So it hits all 3 of them.
Hold on.
Yes, they all failed.
Yeah. Reroll. Oh crap.
Untarget these guys. I can
no,
untarget these 3.
I'll have you roll again for the. There's 2 more that would be in that range, but roll the effect on this
All
one,
right.
and then I'll have you
Let me
roll
do
it
the
for them.
damage.
And go ahead and roll it again. Okay. These things just kind of poof as this blast of light bursts out, destroying them.
So that is my action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action and my movement to move 90 feet. Halved would be 45.
Okay.
So the one guy who's, I would argue, is blinking and shielding his eyes gets an opportunity attack on me.
The furry specter.
Yes, he's still alive.
How that works, I don't know. But a furry specter. Take it.
He was a cat in real life.
Yeah. And that sunlight just kind of totally messed him up.
Nice.
He can't see nothing. Yeah. Okay. And so next up is this Orphan of the Black.
Do I need to roll again?
Yes,
Or
you do.
is
Yes, saving throw.
Okay.
Please.
Wasn't sure if it was a once you save, you're immune for 24 hours or something.
Nope. It's every time you end your turn, which you
Nice.
succeeded on. Very good. Oh, wait. Let me reread that. A character who succeeds on the saving throw is poisoned for 1 hour and suffers no other effect. If you succeed, you are immune to the effects of the river water for the next 24 hours. So you would be poisoned, and that's it.
All right. Want me to apply it to myself?
Yeah, go ahead and apply that to yourself. As this thing
Oh, nice. Okay.
runs over and attempts to incite CSB to violence, saying, "She called you ugly. Kill her." Fails.
I succeeded.
She failed. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You succeeded.
sorry.
She failed.
I know what I look like.
And she's gonna come and surround Selvin, and make a couple of slam attacks, missing and hitting again, doing little bits of damage, beating her with their little tiny fists and dollies.
Okay, so I'm currently not charmed, or am I
You are
charmed?
not. No, it was only
Okay.
one time. They don't. It's a regen power, so many of them have not regened yet.
Okay, I'm going to use my Mesa Disruption. You said there, but this only does stuff against undead or
Against undead, yes.
love my life. Yeah, I'm going to use my Action Surge so I can just keep chopping up orphans. I guess that's a thing I'm doing. Ooh, my therapist is going to get paid.
Little tiny girl just explodes on the end of your glaive.
And my last attack.
Green blood pours out.
Ugh, a whiff. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of stuck there. But since I'm not charmed anymore, I'll make sure to keep an eye on my Sentinel ability.
Okay.
All right. She's not charmed either, right? Or is she? I can't remember.
She was charmed.
Okay, so she's definitely going to hit me. All right.
She's going to attack you.
All right.
Payback for.
Mhm.
Oof.
But unlike me, she's gonna be smart. She's got that stench, so they should be affected by that, I guess.
Yes.
From now on. And she gets her own version of Misty Step, so she's gonna do that Shadow Traveler ability and teleport to an unoccupied space 30 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Boosh.
That's good.
And then use her movement to start trying to go safely through the center where she told everybody else to go.
All right.
So
The
that's
center pathway is kind of roughly this direction.
okay.
So if you wanted to have your thing be there, that's fine.
Okay, sorry. And then it's difficult terrain, you said, once I'm in there? So.
Yeah, once you get into the water, it's difficult terrain. Plus,
Yeah, so I could.
the furry guy is still there.
Yeah, so I can only get that far. All right.
Okay.
And Sylvan's going to shout that the girls won't follow you into the water to CSB. Loud enough for everybody to hear.
All right. And finally, flying up out of the water, moving. It's not going to be able to make it quite to there, but it can make it to Sertegos is a wraith which created all of these specters here in the water, and it flows up out of the water, really annoyed at that flash of light that you blasted it with unknowingly when it was under the water. And it attempts to drain your life as well. It reaches out and duck out of the way in the water. Your feet are very unstable. You can feel the rocks underneath the water kind of slipping on your feet. You feel like you're right near the edge, but you're still on solid ground.
All right, Quint is super freaked out by this child's beard that it has. He doesn't know what's going on, and so he's gonna take a shot at the child with the beard, like you do.
As you must.
All right, and it's just too freaky for him. And he will move and bonus action dash to take a second move and stay about 30 feet in the air and start flying across the river.
Okay.
Blink will what is going on? My map is being super weird. Hold on, I have to close it and reopen it.
Okay.
Okay. That's better. Maybe. Well, that's weird. I don't see the arrow for targeting the Spectre, but that's okay. It seems like it's working. There we go. All right, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at that Spectre out there because he looks pretty bad.
Yeah, he's in a bad way.
Let's see if we can take him out. Nice. Nice. I'm still being held by Tyrion, and I don't want to jump down because that's 25 feet down. So I'm just gonna stay where I am.
All right.
I told you I'd drop you if you wiggled.
This little girl goes ahead and slams CSB once and twice. And misses
I'm gonna take a short rest.
both. I don't think any of them can hit you.
This is toddler shiatsu over here.
Go away. Oh, that one hit finally. For a tiny bit of points. There's another hit. Also hits into you. Ooh, max damage on that one. 9 points of damage. These little things start swarming all over you.
Sorry with the round change. I wasn't ready. Quint takes a look at this little girl and he's like, I don't like your gait. God. And he can't hit anything. And so he's just gonna dash again and get over to the other side.
Okay. Easy enough. Alright, this one is gonna close up on CSB and start slamming. It's damage to him. And another one.
Initiating self-destruct.
Twice. This one. None of them are recharging their insight. Of course, it doesn't help because there's nobody around to insight you against. All right. So this thing is it's gonna fly up and take the attack of opportunity from Sertegas. And it's going to take a swipe at Tarian and try to knock you both out of the sky as it attempts to drain your life. Ooh, ouch. And it hits you for 27 necrotic damage, and you feel that drain right out of you as you now have you feel the entire strength drain out of you as your max hit points is reduced by 27.
Ouch.
And give me an athletics check, because this is so traumatic. I'm gonna see if you fall out of the sky. No, you manage to hold on. It's still rough, but you do manage to stay up in the sky with Blink. All right, the slam party continues.
The land party?
Yeah. There's another hit. Smacking you with teddy bears. All right, Tyrion. You're feeling
All right.
drained.
yeah, I don't like this guy. So, I'm gonna try to
Now you're
attack him with my.
you're carrying Blink, so
Oh
you've got one
no!
hand holding Blink. What are you doing with the
I
other
mean,
hand?
I can still attack with my sword when I'm carrying Blink, right?
But Blink says, "Just drop me."
You use blink as a weapon. Improvised weapon.
Swing
1d6 plus
Blink.
strength damage.
If you attack with Blink in your hand, I'm going to say you have disadvantage. You're essentially grappling Blink.
All right, I'm gonna drop Blink.
Okay.
All right, I would like to use my reaction to cast Featherfall.
Okay. So you avoid 7 points of damage.
Yes,
Okay, very
it's
good.
totally worth it.
Okay. So you fall down to the ground, and Tyrion, you're up there.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit this guy with my longsword a couple times.
It's a hit, and a hit. He's not hard to hit. He just wants to turn you into another specter.
Okay. I hope you'll forgive the brief acting out of character, but I am going to action disengage. I'm going to get a running start, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to use my ring of jumping. So that should let me jump 66 feet, right? I know I've litigated this before, but I always get confused about how the spell works.
Right. So the way
'Cause if
we
it's
had ruled it in the past was you can jump up to your normal movement range without any penalty. If you go beyond, then you're going to end up landing going prone. Right?
yeah,
You're basically uncontrolled tumble at that point.
yeah, I don't care. I love being a boy missile.
All right, which direction are you jumping? Movie that.
Towards like in the general direction of along the path. I do not want to be swept away.
Okay,
So,
I see the movement now. It delayed for some reason. All right, so all 6 of them will take their.
I was using my action to
Oh, you
disengage.
disengaged. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
The only time I've done that.
They all look disappointed for some reason. They are all really disappointed.
Right, and you said this in math.
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw when you end your turn.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you succeed, no problem. I'm not going to get anybody with this river.
Blink. Well, this thing is 20 feet away from him, so he's just gonna shoot a firebolt up at it.
Okay. You get your toe dangling in the river.
Maybe I'll take a step back on my turn. Nice.
Some of that damage.
Oh, it's a good roll too.
Yeah.
All right, and I will take a step, just one step back, so I'm not right next to the river.
Something grab you and pull you in.
Yeah. Like that seems like something Tyrion might do.
So I'm going to move 45 feet as my movement to get out of the river. Now that I am out of the river, am I still poisoned?
The poisoning lasts for 1 hour, so yes.
Okay. So then I'm going to Sacred Flame the Wraith. Using my robes. And it succeeded. All right. So
Succeeded. So yeah, these guys just wander back. They wander off. They don't get anywhere near the river.
Okay, yeah, she's just going to double move.
So it's difficult terrain.
Oh, yeah, sorry. She doesn't have the Ring of Swimming, CSB does. So. I hit.
Where did she go?
I tried to stop the move and instead deleted her.
Oh, okay.
I can still cancel the move though.
Yeah, go ahead and cancel it. I'll throw her right where she was. Because I can't
Sure.
cancel it.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Close and reopen the map. There it is. Okay. It's cleared now.
Quint will go ahead and take a shot at the Wraith there. He had himself targeted.
Oh, yeah. Just drop the crit on the Wraith. Use the same roll.
Okay. Jeez.
Completely non-resisting. It resisted the prone, but it didn't resist any of the damage. So the Wraith just disappears as it poofs in a puff of smoke. And that, I'll give you guys one of these. And you
Nice.
So, Selvin ended her turn, right?
Yeah, she ended her turn there. Let me do
a saving
hers.
throw. Did I get any? Nope, I didn't even get Selvin. All right, nobody got the effects of the river, and you all get across safely.
Yeah, I was going to say I have my Ring of Swimming, so I could have moved to 80 next turn.
Yeah. The river was no joke. It one of the effects is you lose 1d6 spell slots. One is you suffer the effects of the confusion spell. One is you're
nice.
blinded or deafened for 1 hour. One is shadow corruption. One is poisoned for 2d12 hours.
Wow.
One random one is you are restored to maximum hit points. You gain a level of exhaustion, or you take 66 psychic damage just for ending your turn in there. A lot of fun options in there. All right, but you guys managed to get over to the other side of the river, and no more of these undead come crawling out of it. And you can see that there aren't hardly any trees at all. It's just open, stunted grassland going forward as the pathway continues along.
Selvin, any more creepy children we have to worry about?
Most of my facts are based on water and what it does to you.
Quint would also know about the children. They're actually not undead. They're a fey creature. And they kind of infest the Shadowfell. They form little bands. And individually, they're not terribly powerful, but against groups, they have a tendency to make the groups kill each other. And then they use that process to form new children. Fighting against a single powerful fighter isn't terribly effective for them because they can't incite violence against anybody.
Do we want to take a short rest before we continue on?
Yes.
Yep. All right. You guys have no trouble getting a short rest. Let's push that one.
heal customer support bot.
My max hit points came back. Is that
Thank
or
you.
no?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, come on.
Let me see when that occurs.
There you go.
Thank you. Nearly right is right.
On a long rest, it'll restore the max hit points. Or I think it's greater restoration. I think restores.
And it actually, I had to cast that at second level. Oh no, that is a second level. Good. Never mind. And Selvin, I'll heal Selvin as well. A little lay on hands action.
Yeah, how do I do? Does Silva not have hit dice?
No. NPCs generally don't have hit
Okay.
dice. But it won't matter. You guys are not going to have another encounter for the rest of the day. So you will end up getting a long rest. So don't worry about spending all of the spells and stuff. And Selvin tells you that this next little bit is very easy to see creatures coming because there's practically no trees for several days. So it'd be very, very easy to avoid any kind of encounters as long as we're just, progressing at a steady pace and not trying to rush and keeping a good eye out. You should have a couple of quiet days before you get back into another area with some cover. And so you guys actually are going to travel 3 more days without any issue. So today was day 8, and we're going to proceed up to day 11. So I'm going to push 3 long rests.
How are Blink and Tyrion doing?
They are all fully restored. So Tyrion should be fully back to health.
And the shadow corruption, is that just...
That's still there. The shadow corruption is still there. As long as they're in the Shadowfell, that's not going away anytime soon. But it hasn't progressed.
Okay, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, it has not. It has not progressed. On day 11, as you guys are traveling, you guys are passing through a series of hills, very low hills with some small cliff areas, and the trail passes through a little bit of these kind of caverny areas between the hills. Okay, all of that. And as you guys are moving along, you hear something from up ahead. There is something. Oh, I don't want to do that. That one. Let me put you all on the map. Yep, there we go. And you hear the sound of many feet walking, and the sound of chains clinking. There's quite a bit of chain rattling and clinking from up ahead as you come around a corner. There. I'll share that image with you. And you see a whole bunch of people chained up walking towards the south this way, and surrounding them are a bunch of disgusting looking look like devils. I mean, your religious history, Certegas, these look like, there we go, now they're visible. These definitely look like devils that you've heard of. I'm gonna roll initiative, and they seem to be escorting a whole bunch of people that are trapped in the chains, and they're tied up and their legs are chained together. They do not seem to have noticed you, however. There's two devils, one at the front and one at the back, although you probably can't see the one at the front, that have these long beards coming down that are moving like prehensile arms. And then in the center of the large group, there is a devil that his arms appear to be made out of the chains themselves, and it's that thing that is connected to all of the rest of these other people that are chained up. What would you like to do?
All right. Blink is going to pull out his tools and get ready to summon the cannon. And he'll move forward just a little bit, moving stealthily to make sure he's not making noise where they're gonna hear him.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need a stealth check. They're making a lot of noise themselves, yelling at the guy, at the people that are moving. You hear the occasional whip crack and whatnot. So they don't hear you at all. They're not paying any attention to you.
Quint will he'll move up a little too. I assume there's some like rock cover or something like up here he could hide behind.
Yeah, definitely.
So cool. Yeah, he'll just move forward a little bit, and hide up there.
Okay.
All right, I guess Tyrion's gonna follow suit and just kind of move up a little bit, get behind some rock cover.
All right. You see this thing push one of the humans that's marching along next to him, and the devil that's in the back starts yelling at him. Do any of you speak Infernal? Nope. Okay. So yeah, he gets yelled at by the bearded devil in the back, but you don't know what he said. And the whole group seems to begin coming to a halt. CSP.
Just gonna move up behind Tyrion, our leader. See.
This one too starts saying something in Infernal. You don't know what. It sounds like farting coming out of his mouth, because that's the only sound he makes. To get an idea, do I have a picture of him? I've got to have. Yeah, here we go. So it kind of looks like this. Those are all the little squat guys surrounding him. The guys in the front and back look like this. And the last guy connected to all of them kind of looks like that. Certegas. Even from here, you get a sense of malevolent evil ahead.
And they're heading to the south or
Yeah, they're heading
north
this
or west?
direction. Although they appear to be coming to a stop, and you see a couple of the lemurs from the outside. They look like they have some buckets with some kind of liquid in it. You're not really sure what, and they look like they're about to
Gotcha.
force them to drink something.
And I'm sorry, I missed. Where are we in compared to this hillock? Are we on the same level, or are you below it, or above
Oh,
it?
you're within a little kind of valley. This is a little valleyway in between the hillock to the north and the hillock to the south. So it's about maybe a 15-foot elevation from where you are up, but it's easy to scramble up and over. But they can't see you from where they're at.
All right, so I'm going to move. My intent is to move here. So I have a speed of 35. Am I able to get there?
Yeah, it's not difficult terrain. You can climb up there
Okay.
easy. It's an easy scramble. You can move the full 35.
Okay, I am going to move down to here then. And I think I'm going to start by just doing a little bless action. It's going really slow. Let me see. Control. Tyrion. CSB.
That help? I turn off the lighting.
And I forgot about the cannon, so I'm actually just I'm not going to move the full 35. I'm going to move up here so I can be closer to the canyon. I'll cast it at second level. Which allows me to one creature for each slot. All right, so 3, 4. Blink does a lot of saving throw spells, but I'll go ahead and hit him too. 5. And that is a 3rd level spell.
All right, and you see this bearded devil. Well, none of you can really see him from where you're at there. He's kind of below the level out in front. But he also kind of turns around and starts barking orders out in Infernal. And you see that the whole troop has kind of come to a stop at this point, and the lemurs are now divvying out whatever this liquid is in the bucket and forcing all of the humans to drink from it. This one is doing the same. And the guy in the center is just kind of gleefully rattling the chains, and every once in a while you see the chains seem to kind of move of their own accord and kind of whip around one of the humans' necks and pulls them back until they fall to the ground. And it laughs as it seems to be enjoying torturing these people. Selvin, you know that the slave trade is active here in the Shadowfell. You don't often see devils here, but they're not completely unknown. You are a little surprised that they seem to be taking care of them giving them nourishment. That's unusual in terms of the typical slave trade.
Yeah, she's just gonna move up a little bit, stay with the group. Try to stay closer to the edge of the cliffs just so she can keep an eye on them.
Okay.
But safely behind the railing.
That sound is getting a lot of use tonight. As all of these things are doing what I described earlier, forcing the humans to drink.
I love that Sirenscape moves the sound around from right channel, left channel.
Terry, they still don't seem to have any clue that you guys are there. Or if they do, they haven't reacted in any way.
Carrie, and push this log at the end of the cliff onto him.
I was thinking of just being like, justice strikes from above, and like jumping down on them off this little ledge as we
Yeah.
come up here.
2 of us have
I love it.
Featherfall, so we can hook you up. You
I
and
got
CSB can go.
I got flying boots.
Oh, there you go. Even better.
So I think I'll just come up here a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Are we just gonna let these guys go, or are we gonna try to fight them? Have we decided?
I think we're gonna kill him.
All right.
With that direction from the group, Selvin's going to move up. Here. And ready in action to shoot at them if fighting starts. She doesn't want to be the first one to pull. She's hired hands.
Okay.
Now, where she is, how hard is it to get down from there?
It's an easy scramble. This is very kind of loose,
Okay.
a light thing. So yeah, it's an easy up and down. So from there, Selvin, you were not making any attempt to be stealthy. So you get up to there, and this guy is going to notice you, and it looks up at you and yells something in Infernal. And after a second, maybe seeing that you're not responding, you hear something in your mind that says, "What do you want? These are ours."
I'm going to think back as hard as I can, just passing through, just trying to wait till you get out of my way.
Fine, leave.
I'll have to wait till my next turn. I'm out of movement.
And it calls out in Infernal something, and you see all the lemurs and everybody kind of look up at you.
I'll wave awkwardly as a free action.
And these guys are all going to ready actions. All right. They're
That's
all ready to fart.
that's funnier than it should be.
All we need to do is throw a torch down there, and the whole place will just.
Right. All right. Blink is gonna move up here right next to Tyrion. And you know, he's still trying to move quietly, because he heard. No, he didn't hear the conversation, because it was yeah. Anyway, he's still trying to move quietly. So he'll move up there and kind of crouch down behind this big fern, and use his action to summon the cannon to there, and then give out some temporary hit points.
Okay.
Maybe.
Man, it's going slow.
Yeah.
Did I use the wrong one? That's too big.
And
There are a lot of people in the combat tracker. I think that's what
Yeah, there's a lot of the
slows it
lemurs
down a
or
little bit. You
lemurs.
can just do a kill off tackle.
Yeah, just fireball. That'll
Yeah.
work.
He's done. All right. It seems like Tyrion maybe has a plan. Quint will just continue to be stealthy, and actually, you know what? He can, from back there, can he see all of them?
No. If
Maybe
I turn
not.
on line of sight, from there he can kind of like see everyone from here in north.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured. Well, he can always fly up if necessary. He likes to stay in the back, so he's gonna stay right there, actually.
Okay.
And for now, he'll just try to hide back there still.
Okay. This thing, after hearing from his buddy, he comes wandering over here and he starts scrambling up. And he stops right there and kind of calls down again in Infernal, and looks over and sees Selvin and Tarion and Blink, and Blink, you hear in your mind, "Keep your men back, or we will add you to the feeding stock."
And Blink will think back. Oh yeah, we're gonna let you guys pass through. Don't worry about it.
CSP.
Just join in this group of people letting you pass through,
All right.
unmolested or attacked. If you guys want to group together for a photo, that'd be great.
All right. This one in the center starts rattling its chains, and after hearing what the devils said to say, the chains start whipping up and animating themselves, and all of the people start crying out. Although none of them seem to be able to form words. You don't hear words being spoken by the people. Just this kind of a moaning coming out of their mouths as the chains start pulling them up to their feet like they're going to start marching.
All right, so I'm going to move up a little bit in a stage whisper, say, "I will draw them to me." And let me see, I want to do.
What? Speak up.
That, which is that. I just want to make sure my math is right. Move, bonus. And then next turn I'll do the dodge. All right, so I'm going to move to there. Call down a Sacred Flame on this guy. So light up the sky.
All right.
Cry of Leroy Jenkins echoes in the background.
As it fails, and in case you needed to know for a power, yes.
And then I'm going to move. That was 10 feet, so I'm going to move 25 feet down here. 25. And then, oops, excuse. I should be in the middle of that square right there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to and jumped again. Try it again one more time.
I haven't clicked accept the movement yet, so I don't know what's going on. It's just slow.
Right there. Let go. Pause for a second. Okay. I'm running down here, and then I'm going to cast Sanctuary
All right.
as a bonus action.
Is that a concentration spell?
It doesn't say it is. Let me open it up and look. I guess I need to check. I'm probably going to drop Bless if it is. Nope, it's not.
Okay, cool.
All right, and I'm going to be crying out, "In the name of Sif, stop what you're doing!" And sort of drawing attention to myself.
Okay.
You will not pass.
All right. This one saw his buddy get hit by this burst of brilliant light and kind of gleefully runs, just shouldering these people aside. This kind of a disgusting, fleshy blob body. It doesn't look like it has any bones. It's just kind of this jellified mass.
Does it close on itself on a chain?
No, it runs right over the chain and kind of runs upward. What's its movement?
Chain gang, difficult terrain. Are they all human, by the way? Or they look to be human or humanoid,
It's hard
dwarves,
to
elves, and
tell.
stuff?
There are various ranges of height, so some could be children or halflings. Um, they're all kind of roughly humanoid. They could be Shadowfell denizens, but we're just gonna assume they're all human for this encounter. But they're all roughly human looking. All right.
And I'm yelling out, "Ah!"
Blob kind of thing clambers up on it, and you see everywhere that its foot goes or takes a step, it leaves this squishy imprint on the rock. The rock's wet after it walks by.
Slug trail.
Yep. And this one does the same thing. And it's moving and dashing. What is wrong with this map? Got everything turned off. And they all seem to be coming straight for you, Sir Tagos.
Yay, that's the point. Like Chet from Weird Science.
Blah, blah, blob. This one clambers up and finds Selvin and is going to attack Selvin. So your ready to action will go off as it attacks you, and I guess you decide to attack it.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's gonna move into melee range, she'd probably just wait till it got close and use her longsword.
Yeah. This other one, if I can get it to go there.
Oh wow, that hit. Not for me.
Eh. When they review this video, that's going to be very weird behavior. The map just like went all wonky. Let me try and close and reopen the map. It's behaving very weirdly. Okay, that's been a little better. All right, so this thing comes up to Selvin and is hurt a little bit. Okay, that does not apply. As it swings this squishy kind of flesh blobby arm at you, looks like it's trying to suffocate you. It sticks its hand right in your face, and you catch a whiff of it, and it's the worst thing you've ever smelled. Even worse than Blink's backpack. It's bad.
It's like getting hit with one of the garbage bags from a fast food dumpster.
Exactly. That's been there a week. So this thing's gonna come up and dash to there. You've already used your reactions. You won't get an attack of opportunity. Sertigas.
All right, so we're going to continue to give a war cry that's not real. Let me come on. 18. Little. Try to draw their attention. Just happened. I don't know what just happened. So I should be
Down here.
Yeah, it's not even letting me draw an arrow. Yes, thank you.
Something
That's
like
square.
there's like
It's
this weird
35.
multi-part movement thing where half of it accepted, and then there was just this random movement arrow.
So that is 35. And then I'm going to take the dodge action. But do my best to seem like I'm not.
Okay.
Have my sword out and do my maneuvers and kata stuff and have them come at me like.
Okay.
Your mother was a rose bush and smelled beautifully of lavender. And I'll go ahead and pass my turn while I find my dodge action. So I have bless. Just remind everybody, I have sanctuary and dodge.
All right. So in your mind, Sertegas, there's a little bit of difficulty getting the message through, but this thing communicates with you in your mind and says, "Why are you impeding us? We have a writ of permission to transport these food items to the Darakul from the Moonlit King. Step aside or be added to them."
We're just here for your juice bucket. Give us a sip of that juice.
As
And I will call out aloud. I will not step aside, nor will I be added to this. I propose a third option. Let them go, and we will not kill you.
he comes wandering down to there, and this thing is carrying a glaive. But unfortunately, his reach is only 10 feet, and he can't get any closer. So he's going to have to dash to get next to you. And he's basically trying to intimidate you, like he's rushing towards you, but he had to use his action to dash, so he can't do anything.
Gotcha.
All right, let's do bonus action temporary hit points. Nice. I'll move over to the edge so I can get a clean shot at 29 because he's looking hurt. So let's see if we can take him out. Shoot a firebolt at him. Is that what firebolt sounds like?
When it hits them, release some flaps and
Little blue flames come out from it when it hits.
Oh, it resisted all of that.
Yeah.
It's immune to fire. Okay. All right. The cannon will move up here, right? Just right next to everybody.
stinky but non-flammable gas.
Yeah, apparently.
It's like mustard gas. All right, so this thing runs at its top speed of 15 and dashes to get there. That's all it can do. These things have horrible speed.
Yeah, I imagine that not having bones slows you down.
Yeah. Slime blob.
All right, Tyrion will come up here slowly. Maybe. Should I try moving him again?
Try using your pointer to just point where you want him to move. And then I'll try to manually move it. And sometimes closing and reopening the map can help. Minimize it to the bar, shortcut bar, and then reopening it. Because I've got everything turned off. I've got line of sight turned off. I've got lighting turned off. I've got there. Okay.
Then I'm gonna try to stab at the bearded devil. Oh, first I'm gonna, as I'm running up, I'm raging.
Okay. Well, it is going to get an attack of opportunity on you. It had readied.
I want the rage noise to trigger right before the fart sound.
As it stabs at you with his glaive. Did that hit? Did that even attack? Huh. What's going on? this again. There we go. As he hits you with his glaive, nasty looking glaive, doing some damage. And you get to make a Constitution saving throw, which, thank you, bless, you succeed. So you are not taking ongoing damage every round.
Thank you for bless. All right. Well, now I'm gonna try to stab him a couple times with my sword.
Rolling a 1. All right, this guy is going to run at his top speed and dash just to get there. Can't do anything. Farting the whole way. All right, this guy finally gets to go as he swings this fleshy fist appendage towards you, kind of drown you in that liquefied flesh, and completely misses.
Can Quint see the bearded devil from where he's at, or does he need to move up?
If he goes up just a little bit, he'll have a clear shot. Like. Yeah,
All right.
that's good.
Oh, there. Yeah, we'll just go there. And then once he moves there, let's shoot that guy with a longbow. He rolled a 3 and still hit. That's awesome. Nice.
Bearded devil. Goes
Uh,
down. Let's
Yeah, that's it.
remove dead. Clean up. Try and remove as many from the combat tracker as quickly
Yeah,
as we
There
can.
you go. Yeah.
I'm going to use my Mace of Disruption this time instead of the glaive. There is an effect I'm going to put on myself because it does damage to fiends.
Mhm.
Okay. Alright, that time it hits.
So that time it hits, and this mace, this brilliant burst of radiant light, explodes this thing.
Okay, that's cool. I'm going to use my Action Surge.
You're now covered in some nasty fluid. You're not sure what.
Is it lubricating my joints?
Tyrion too. Just
I'm going to step up and, with my Action Surge, do 2 more attacks against the other guy.
you're not sure the smell will ever come out.
Again, my character doesn't really have a concept of smell, so I'm not too worried. Think I'm targeting it. Okay.
Also explodes.
Okay. I have another attack, but I think I don't have enough movement to get to anybody, so I'm just gonna strike a triumphant pose.
This thing sees you attack and it comes over, so Selvin's gonna get an attack of opportunity if she wants.
Oh, she does.
This thing's not terribly intelligent. And hits with a 2. These things have a whopping AC of 7.
Oh, I don't know if like Tyrion can miss.
A 1. A 1 always misses. Squish, squish, squish attack. This big old fleshy appendage tries to shove his fist right down her throat. As it smashes into her, tries to knock out a few of her teeth. This thing comes running and dashing to get to there and can't do anything else.
Okay, she's going to attack the one right next to her. She gets multi-attack, so she can do 2 more, right? Even if it's not the same character?
Yes.
Okay.
She can move and attack in between or whatever.
Yeah, it clicked, but nothing happened, so I'm going to wait a second.
Yeah, nothing happened on my end either. I didn't see any dice roll.
I'm finding it helpful to close the map after I've targeted them.
That's what I'm having to do. Did I use too high for the map? I'll double check that.
And then she's going to use her Shadow Traveler to end up in these bushes over there.
Okay. Easy enough. Runs over to here.
I'm waiting for us to beat everybody but the Chain Devil, and the Chain Devil just like clenches his fist and all these guys' heads pop off.
You read my mind. This thing's gonna come over here and attempt to attack Sir Tagos. Now, he has to roll a saving throw.
All right, so let's see. He was moving number 8. So yes, as it's there it is. Yeah, it won't let me target it while it's moving, so
What's moving?
I will do that while it's moving. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay.
All
What's
right,
the DC?
so let me control attack.
I rolled a 10. I assume your DC is higher than the 10.
Yes, it is. Should be 13, I believe.
Okay, so it failed. And it loses the attack.
13. Okay.
Actually, no, it doesn't lose the attack. It attacks the bearded devil
Nice.
and attempts to punch the bearded devil. And actually hits it, punches him in the back of the neck.
Nice.
These things have super high intelligence of 1. Right. Goes. And what's he gonna do? Okay, yeah. So it stands there, and these chains that are attached to the people, they kind of lash out and become detached from the people, and one of them swings up and attacks CSB as this chain whips out and tries to wrap you around your leg. And let's see.
Whoa, I thought this was feeding stock. I'm clearly non-digestible materials.
Yeah,
Actually,
but you're
required in California to say that I cause cancer.
As this chain whips around your leg and grabs you, doing maximum damage, which is partially absorbed, and you are grappled. And you notice that these chains are not just smooth chains, they actually have little barbs in them, and they dig into your legs and armor.
My
And
finish.
you are restrained, and you will be taking 2d6 damage every round while it is hanging on to you.
Okay.
You can attempt to escape on your turn. Another chain comes whipping out and attacks Sertegas, so we'll give him the saving throw as well. You said what stat was it for the saving throw? Wisdom? Okay, wisdom DC.
Oh, it didn't drop on him.
No.
But yeah, it's wisdom 13. Yeah.
Okay, he fails.
Nice.
So in his frustration, he is going to lash out at the lemur, and he's a devil. He doesn't care. As he lashes out at that one. 13 points of damage, but he doesn't try to grapple that one. He's whipping. He's pissed. And does he get any more? Nope. 2. And this guy comes running to there and can't do anything else. And with that, we'll go ahead and end the session for tonight. So thank you everybody for joining me, and thanks for anybody who actually watches this after the fact. It's been great. So I'll go ahead and stop the stream, or stop the recording, since we're not streaming live. And